When some daredevil robbers stormed Uromi in Edo State to rob banks, the youths and vigilance groups in the town had other ideas. The State Police Command has announced that 34.5 million naira was recovered from the fleeing armed robbers. The money was recovered from the vehicles abandoned by the armed robbers at a bush in neighboring Ubiaja, southeast local government area of the state after hot chase by the youths. Did you see the picture of the video?
No, I saw the video of the attack on those 4 banks. In fact, it's like armed robbers descending on the scene in paratroopers. I mean, like paratroopers, and then even coming with a convoy of cars. Such daredevilry, such I've never seen anything like that.
In the middle of daylight.
In broad daylight. Of course, you know that in semi-urban centers and rural areas, robbers like to rob banks. That's why in our country, in many semi-urban and rural areas, banks have chosen not to operate. Thank God we have the POS business. That's how people are getting by. We used to have a bank in my village, but we don't have anymore.
Because
you have to travel just to be able to
access cash,
access banking services. You saw what happened in the Sonlu back then when they killed no less than 9 policemen. It was worse than even the offer bank robbery in terms of the number of policemen that were killed. So rural areas where you have banks, they will attack. In this case, I'm happy with what the youth did. The youth got themselves together and said, look, okay, your getaway will not be easy. We are going to block the route. And it's easy to just park cars across the road. Where are they escaping to?
They want to go and mount a road.
They waited long. They went and waited for them at where they thought would be their main exit route, escape route, their getaway route, and then they blocked the road. So, seeing that they could not escape, they fled on motorbikes and left all the money that they are stolen.
The of Nigerians, sometimes when you look at some determined youth, look at these people.
There was a robbery operation on the island many years ago when I was editor of PM News. Boys confronted the robbers. In fact, some of them were saying, with the sound of that gun, it doesn't have more than 5 bullets left. You know, a lot of these boys will feel hungry that you came to our community to kill people. Oh, these guys killed about 9 persons also. You came to our community and they will now say, okay, we are going to confront you. Do you know that as some of those boys are predicted, of course, some of them were bad boys too, he said, this guy is running out of bullets. Let's keep attacking them. And by the time those guys ran out of bullets, they descended on them. They cut their heads. On Lagos Island here, they cut their heads. That robbery, they did not escape with it. In urban centers, that's why it's difficult to commit bank robbery and think you can escape. It's difficult because they block the road. Where are you going? Even in Abuja, some people tried to rob a bank the other day. They couldn't escape. In Lagos, when was the last time that
major
bank robbery? Yes,
bank
robbery that they escaped with bank robbery. It's difficult. Now, we've got to praise these guys for the role they played. The vigilance people and the police, they were able to work with the police to ensure that those boys didn't escape.
Sam, I don't know if you see the way they carried those rifles in broad daylight, and they assembled cars. They had like 4 vehicles and they were just carrying the bags of money,
sacks of money,
putting it in the
the videos and the pictures all went viral. I doubt if there is any Nigerian who didn't stumble on those images. Very heart-rending, images of what transpired in that part of Edo State. The killings were just, so terrible. Seeing the images of very helpless Nigerians, being gunned down in cold blood. It speaks a lot to the level of insecurity. It also speaks to the need for the banks to be a lot more creative in the way they manage security. They don't really have an option. It's either that is done or they all go under in those areas. And we are speaking about financial inclusion. Somehow we've got to take this aspect of our business closer to the people. So really very sad development, but good to know that these terrible guys never succeeded at the end of the day. Loss of lives, but we just have to find a way of containing matters like this. I read about the police talking about recoveries and all that, but credit must go to credit must go to the youths of Ubiaja community who are bold enough to cordon off the roads, and I think for me that is what really matters. So I think that in matters that have to do with security, the signals that we get is that all of us there is need for everyone to be involved in managing security around us. If we had left it, or if the youths of Ibeja had left it to the police, those guys would simply have walked away, emboldened.
And probably some videos showing security men escaping from the scene.
And probably, preparing to come back some other time. But it's clear, and the signal sent to these devil robbers is that
don't come back here.
Don't come back here, because the youths are not going to, take it very lightly with them. Sad, we lost lives in this incident here.
Sometimes these people, they come with explosives.
No, they
bring down the doors.
They come with dynamite to destroy the doors of the bank, so that they can get in. And then once they get in, they usually have information about even the way the inner recesses of the banks are planned.
That's why sometimes
they go straight to the office of the manager. They are not going to ask you questions. They are going there straight. There was a time that we did a story back then when I was still at the news, and one boy was a youth corps member, and he worked with armed robbers. He was serving in the bank. So he gave them a plan of the bank. So the robbers didn't just storm the bank. They had information. They knew where to go. They knew where the bank manager's office was. Then they knew where they kept their money in the strong room and all that. So they just it made it easier for them because they had information. But as we said before, this show of courage by these young men of Uromi needs to be encouraged. The vigilance people, they've done a fantastic job. Now, I'm sure that next time they will think twice about going to a place like this, because they will tell themselves that, look, you don't know what to expect when you go to a place like this. And I hope that the police will eventually arrest these people as the governor of Edo State has demanded.